Tonight on NewsCenter, students enjoy wings and bingo at this year's Wingo Binglo. The Cowboy returns home with a big film win. And we get you an inside look at the renovated Cooper Hall. All this and more tonight on NewsCenter.
Good evening. Welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Hallie Adams.
And I'm Xander Mack.
We want to remind our viewers that they can find all of our episodes on YouTube at MSU-TV_Moorhead. Here's what's making headlines for April 3rd, 2025.
Delta Zeta is hosting their Great Pretenders for Empathy dance competition in Budden Auditorium on April 8th at 7 p.m. The showdown will feature performances from different student organizations, all competing for awards like Best Choreograph, Most Creative, and DZ Choice. The goal of the Great Pretenders is to raise money for Starkey Hearing Foundation, which helps give hearing aids and cochlear implants to those who need them. If you have any questions or would like to make a donation, contact Adeline Daughter at 606-495-0170.
The Moorhead State Campus Activities Board hosted a canvas painting activity on the 3rd floor of ADUC. NewsCenter reporter Xander Mack provided an inside look.
Moorhead State University Campus Activities Board held a canvas painting event in ADUC this afternoon for campus students.
My name is Lindsay Phillips, and I am a junior here at Moorhead, and I am a physics major, math minor. So this event today is called Canvas Creations, and basically I came up with the idea last year, and it's just kind of basically to unleash your inner artist. As I say, we have 2 different size canvases, and you can paint whatever you would like on them. Most people look up a little inspiration picture or that sort of thing, but people are just able to kind of clear their head and do something fun to let off a little steam after a stressful week.
I am the Director of Student Activities and Organizations here at MSU, and I have the pleasure to be able to oversee the Campus Activities Board, among other things. And with the Campus Activities Board, we have coordinators that are over different areas of interest at the university, and each one of them is tasked with creating activities that will draw students in, get them involved. They range in interest groups. We have a weekends coordinator who is doing this project today. We have a coordinator of traditions and spirit. We have a coordinator of educational programming, a coordinator of edutainment or entertainment, either one, and we have a coordinator of, we're developing some new coordinators or adapting some of our old coordinators. We're going to be having a coordinator of community service and a few other events. And so they're tasked each month to come up with 2 activities individually that would interest students.
I really like it because I used to be an art major and then I changed it this semester, but I've always really liked art. I was a major art and theater kid in high school, and it really helps with my depression, and I don't get to paint often, so any option to paint with free paint and brushes is an option for me.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Xander Mack.
To learn more about upcoming MSU CAB events, follow their Instagram page at CAB_MSU.
The Kentucky Center for Traditional Music presents its Songwriters Ensemble Showcase. It will be on April 10th from 6 to 8 p.m., highlighting music from the Southern Appalachian region. Attendance is free, and KCTM students will showcase a range of styles including bluegrass string band music and old-time country. Attendees will enjoy performances from emerging talents under the mentorship of experienced musicians who have worked with industry legends. For more information about this upcoming event showcase, contact the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music at kctm@moorheadstate.edu.
Later in the broadcast, we'll get a look at the annual Wingo Binglo Games. But first, let's get a look at the current weather with our own Manny Jones. Manny, how's it looking like out there?
Thanks, Hallie. Currently in Moorhead, it is 70 degrees. It's rainy. Actually, it's thunderstorming outside with humidity at 83 degrees and wind speeds at 6 miles per hour. We'll take a look at the extended forecast and more later in the program.
Someone out there wants your stuff. They will use your beaker box. They will sneak into your room, take your valuables. If this happens to you, and you look like this, report it to your RA immediately. Stay alert. Protect what's yours.
Moorhead is hosting their second annual Pride Festival this month. The festival will be held on April 12th at 10 a.m. on First Street. Pride of Moorhead is a nonprofit organization that focuses on celebrating and uplifting the LGBTQ+ community in Eastern Kentucky. This year will include a Pride after party at the Stargazer Lounge on the same day at 8 p.m. For more information about the festival or after party, visit the Pride of Moorhead on Facebook or check out visitmoorhead.com.
A local ice cream shop is taking a crack at a beloved Easter tradition. Rollover Rolled Ice Cream is having their 4th annual dog Easter egg hunt April 12th at 2 p.m. The hunt will be held at the Moorhead City Park, where owners and their pups can search for over 2,000 eggs filled with treats. A golden egg will also be hidden, and whoever finds it will receive a special prize. Those attending are encouraged to bring their own basket. If you want to find out more about the Easter egg hunt or to find more events like this, follow Rolled Over Rolled Ice Cream's Facebook page.
Last Wednesday, Morris State University's Campus Activities Board and student alumni ambassadors hosted Wingo Binglo, a bingo game with a glow-in-the-dark twist featuring free wings. NewsCenter Sierra Harris has the story.
The glow-in-the-dark bingo event was hosted on the 3rd floor of ADUC, had many prizes, and free 6 wing vouchers at the pub for attendees.
I think this is a really great tradition to have for We Heart MSU Week, and it's also really nice to have partnerships with SAA and other organizations, especially during this week, just to emphasize how much our organization loves Moorhead and everyone else. We are a smaller club. I think we have about 30 members usually, and we just work to do philanthropic events throughout the year, and we try to promote tradition, and our main goal is just to link the relationship between current students and alumni who have graduated from Moorhead. So yeah, that's our main thing that we're promoting. And then during this week specifically, we're just promoting student scholarships. So a lot of our alumni are extremely generous. They donate a lot of money to go towards student scholarships, which is really important in helping, a variety of students from different backgrounds come to Moorhead and be able to afford it. So that's our big highlight of We Heart MSU Week.
This is my second time going to the bingo events, and I just love everyone getting together, and I don't know, I feel like the spirits are really high in there. It's really tense whenever everyone's playing. So I just really enjoy being with everyone doing that.
Yeah, same thing for me. It really brought out my competitive side. I think it's really easy for everybody to participate. I feel like if it was a more difficult game, nobody would really want to do it, but it's bingo and everybody likes bingo, so.
And I feel like I didn't even come for any of the prizes. I know sometimes CAB will put the prizes a preview on their socials, but I just come to be with friends and to kind of get in that competitiveness with everyone.
B7. Bingo. Oh, I heard this person.
For NewsCenter, I'm Sierra Harris.
For more information about future iHeart MSU events, SAA events, or CAB events, visit their Instagrams, CAB_MSU or MSU_SAA.
MSU Student Government Association is collaborating with a local business to score students some deals. SGA is partnering with Tres Hermanos, where every Tuesday in April, MSU students can get $3 off their meal. Students must present their ID to get the discount. SGA has teamed up with many other businesses on Main Street, such as the Fuzzy Duck and Roll Over Rolled Ice Cream. To stay up to date with SGA events and information, visit their Instagram at Moorhead State SGA.
Still ahead, we have the details about the big trail races being held right here in Moorhead.
NewsCenter attends the showing of nationally recognized documentary made by a professor here at MSU.
And stay tuned as we have a first look at the newly renovated Cooper Hall opening to students next fall. We'll be right back after this.
Party! Yeah! Hold up, what are you guys doing? Thanks, friendly firemen. Always be prepared. More fire safety tips, go to nfa.org.
Here at STAR, we're saving the animals of Rowan County. STAR is a nonprofit organization that helps canines find their forever homes. The nonprofit also assists their animals in seeking needed medical care, which can be a costly endeavor. Follow this link to the STAR website page if you would like to donate. STAR is also seeking volunteers to assist with the animal care at the shelter and to recruit foster parents. Contact Jan Dachi, found on STAR's Facebook page, if you want to bring joy into one of these furry friends' lives.
Welcome back. Just to recap current conditions in Moorhead, it is 70 degrees, rainy, with humidity at 83% and wind speeds at 6 miles per hour. For the temperature map of Kentucky, we have Paducah sitting at 64 degrees, Bowling Green sitting at 69 degrees, Louisville sitting at 66 degrees, Frankfort and Lexington sitting at 68 degrees, Moorhead sitting at 70 degrees, and finally Ashland sitting at 71 degrees. For tonight's forecast, it is going to be rainy. The high will be 68 and the low will be 61. There's a 100% chance of precipitation, and the sun will set at 7:59 p.m. For tomorrow's forecast, thunderstorms are predicted with a high being 73 and the low being 56. Sun will rise at 7:13 a.m. With the weather going on, I encourage all MSU students to stay safe. So let's get into the rest of the 7-day forecast. On Saturday, we have rain likely with the high being 77 and the low being 64. On Sunday, we also have rain likely with the high being 65 and the low being 39 degrees. On Monday, rain is also likely with the high being 54 and the low being 36 degrees, sort of, cooling down over the week. Tuesday, the high is 45, sunny, with the low being 31 degrees. And Wednesday, we warm back up a little bit with the high being 52, partly cloudy, and the low being 29 degrees. For the temperature map of the U.S., we have Seattle at 55 degrees, Sacramento at 65 degrees, Great Falls at 35 degrees, Salt Lake City at 45 degrees, Phoenix at 65 degrees, Albuquerque at 52 degrees, Austin at 88 degrees, Kansas City at 57 degrees, Minneapolis at 43 degrees, Chicago at 50 degrees, Nashville at 75 degrees, Tallahassee at 83 degrees, Jackson at 82 degrees, Washington at 80 degrees, and finally we have Boston at 64 degrees. This day in Moorhead history on April 3rd, 1997, the high was 67 degrees with the low being 41 degrees and humidity was at 96%. When we come back, we'll kick it over to Samson Allen with their MSU sports scores and updates.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension which can only be seen between the yellow lines. Its boundaries are that of the asphalt and the imagination. You think it's fine to park here for just a moment. You are wrong. There's a ticket up ahead. Your next stop, the no parking zone.
The Camden Carroll Library is a great place to focus on getting ahead on your work. The library has 2 available study rooms for students to reserve, along with computers to work on, research and printing services. It really is the place to get your assignments done. Want to get your study on? Scan this QR code to get to their website or visit during their open hours.
Can't focus on your classwork in the dorm and need a place to work? We'll look no further than the Claypool Young Computer Lab. Our lab is located in room 210 in the art building. The hours vary by semester, but they are posted right outside the computer lab door. All you have to do is sign in with the person at the desk and then get to work. Join us and get your assignments done at the Claypool Young Computer Lab.
Hi, I'm Samson Allen, here with your NewsCenter sports updates for the week. MSU's baseball traveled to Athens, Ohio to face off against the Bobcats and came home with a win after a late go-ahead run. The Eagles won the game 4-3 as MSU's starting pitcher Ethan Davis allowed one hit while walking one Ohio batter and striking out three. Moorhead dented the scoreboard in the third inning with Andy Cineros' solo home run. The Eagles added to their lead again in the fifth inning with Cineros' one-out single to right field, and right fielder Alex Keene drove him with a two-out single to center. Catcher Caden Sheridan drove Keene home with another single bagger, putting MSU ahead 3-0. The Bobcats scored in the eighth inning when shortstop Matt Einike scored on a double down the right field line, but MSU scored a crucial run in the top of the ninth. Ohio University threatened to steal the win in the bottom of the frame with two scores of their own, but it wasn't enough to beat the Eagles. Moorhead State travels to Southern Indiana to play in a weekend series starting tomorrow at 7 p.m. MSU men's and women's golf traveled across many state lines to compete in two separate competitions on Monday, coming out in 11th and 2nd place respectively. Men's golf finished 11th out of 15 teams in the Memphis Intercollegiate, spirited by Old Dominic in Cordova, Tennessee. Moorhead State scored a total of 934 for the 54 holes in the course. Illinois claimed first place in the competition with a total of 878. Women's golf was on the East Coast in South Carolina the same day, with freshman Tavia Burgess placing second in the Stifle Spring Challenge. Burgess's three scorecards were all par or better, resulting in a 4 under par finish for the 54 holes, finishing only one stroke behind the first place leader. As a team, women's golf led all teams in scoring average and total pars. Both teams will continue to compete this month in the OVC Championships. Good luck, Eagles. Moorhead will be home to this year's Big Turtle 2.0 trail race on April 26th. It is hosted by Next Opportunity Events and will have 3 separate racing categories: 10-mile, 50K, and the Big 50-mile race. Everything begins at 7 a.m. in front of ADUC by Sawstone and will end at 10:30 p.m. All participants must sign up and pay a registration fee. For more information and to sign up for the race, visit nextopportunityevents.com. That's all I have for you this week, but don't go anywhere as we'll be heading back to the news desk and looking at some viewer-submitted photos right after this.
Moorhead State Public Radio, WMKY 90.3 FM, is a national public radio affiliate that offers regional news and weather, a wide range of music from classical to jazz, and special programming such as Nothing But the Blues with Paul Hitchcock. The station is located right here on campus in Breckenridge Hall and employs a number of MSU students. Tune in today as WMKY 90.3 FM celebrates 60 years on air.
Evergreen is Moorhead State University's environmental club, with focuses on environmental justice, food security, animal protection, and sustainability. They do service projects to clean up around Eagle Lake and many more areas around Moorhead. They also give great advice about how to make your life more sustainable, with things like their annual clothing swap. Follow Evergreen on Instagram at msu.evergreen or scan this QR code.
Do you consider yourself a leader? Then apply today to be a residential advisor at Moorhead State. You'll be a part of making a huge difference on campus. You even get a room provided to you as an extra perk. As an RA, you do your best to make sure dorm life is awesome. Apply today. Be an RA.
Discover what the Kentucky Folk Art Center has to offer. Home to nearly 1,400 unique pieces of regional folk art from talented artists across the Commonwealth, the museum hosts permanent displays and a gift shop on the first floor, while having rotating exhibits such as textiles, photography, and historical content on the second floor. The Kentucky Folk Art Center is located in the historic Union Grocery Building on 102 West 1st Street in Moorhead, Kentucky.
Moorhead State University students have the opportunity to showcase their academic research at the 20th Annual Celebration of Student Scholarship. The showcase will be at Adrian Doran University Center on April 16 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Undergraduate and graduate students from all colleges will be presenting their mentored scholarship through oral or poster presentations. Students who have engaged in community service, internships, education abroad, and more will be involved. To find out additional information about the event, contact Alexis Matthews, Coordinator of Undergraduate Research at armatthews@moorheadstate.edu.
On Tuesday, Professor Stephen Middleton previewed his award-winning film, The Cowboy's Boot Heel, at the Brown County Arts Center. NewsCenter reporter Justin Tabor was there to watch the film.
On April 1st, Professor Stephen Middleton held a special screening of his most recent film at the Brown County Arts Center. The movie focuses on the career of singer Rob McNerlin and his journey as an Appalachian musician. The film recently won Best Musical Award at the 2025 Utopia Art House Film Festival in Belfast, and was also chosen as the overall featured film for the 2025 Appalachian Film Festival.
Well, I met Rob when I was a college student 20 plus years ago. He used to perform at a coffee shop I worked at, and nicest guy in the world. And I was always a big fan of the Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan, and the band, all those 60s era bands and 70s, and he knew all about them, and he was so nice. And I just always would catch up with him and go to his shows when I could. And then he moved to Nashville, and I really didn't see him for 15 years. And then after COVID, he moved back down to Kentucky. And then he, like we were saying there on the mic earlier, he had a Facebook post that I took as he was retiring. And I said, hey, let me, you have a pretty cool life story. Let's do a film on this. And he said, okay, but he's now since unretired.
It's a very, very surreal, humbling, and I'm proud too. And it's just, I mean, there's so many emotions in it that it's just, I still haven't really fathomed it yet. It's weird just seeing a movie about yourself. It's an odd thing. And I never even considered that any time in my life. I didn't think that, you know, so I'm still blown away by it. I think in some ways, it's just going to let people know that they can do what they want to do and live their dreams. I mean, I don't know who all I've influenced, and I mean, and something else about the film, all these people talked about how I done this for them, I did this for them. I don't remember any of that. I just remember people doing things for me, you know? And so it's just a crazy feeling. It really is.
Rob's accomplished career is now immortalized not just through his music, but through this award-winning film. For NewsCenter, I'm Justin Tabor.
If you want to check out more of Middleton's work, go to his website, staterunmediaproductions.com.
The Cooper Hall ribbon-cutting ceremony was this past Friday, and students and faculty were invited to take an open house tour following the event. NewsCenter's Damian Haynes was there.
Students and staff stopped by for the ribbon-cutting ceremony of Cooper Hall.
I think it's a really cool experience. I've been here since 2022, and it's been closed probably before then. And I've been seeing it getting rebuilt floor by floor because I live in Andrews. So you just slowly see the lights come on up the floors. So it's been really cool to actually come in and see what they have been working on.
You know, I think keeping the cost down for this building has been important for the university, and allowing students to have an affordable option with all the exciting things that you want in a residence hall. That I can't get over the kitchen. Like, the kitchen is great, and I think that the students are really gonna like coming into this hall in the fall.
So throughout the entire time I have been through the building, this is now my 5th time walking through the building, between construction tours and everything. I think my favorite part is just how light and bright it is. It really feels airy with a lot of space, and I think students are really going to find that that is an enjoyable experience. I do know that there was a center staircase in Cooper, and that they have completely reconfigured everything to make it more accessible for students. I think it has a great option for a high quality, low cost choice for our students for next year. Double occupancy rooms. It's going to be $2,700 a student per semester next year. This will be a break housing building for sophomores and above, so it will be open over breaks for our students.
1, 2, 3.
For NewsCenter, I'm Damian Haynes.
To find out more about Cooper Hall and what it offers for students, check out the housing page on the Morehead State website.
Welcome to Viewer Submitted Photos. If you want your photos submitted for us to review here at NewsCenter, please submit it at msutvweather@gmail.com. Let's start. For our first photo, we have a beautiful city skyline at nighttime. This was taken in Baltimore over spring break. As you can see, the lights is really brightening up the city. We have the sky over here. As you can see, the orange tint right here in the sky representing the sunset going down with the blue all over the sky as well, ending over here with the dark blue. This picture right here was actually taken by me outside of ADUC, pointed towards Budden Auditorium. I really like the sunset in this picture. As you can see, the clouds are really nice with just the sun. It has that orangish blue tint, just as the same as the previous picture. So I really liked it, and it was aesthetically pleasing. This picture was submitted by NewsCenter Hallie Adams. It is taken right outside of Kraft Tower and pointed at the Manans, otherwise known as Freshman Village. And it showcases the spring weather coming in. As you can see, the pink flowers are starting to bloom and the grass is very green with a clear sky in the back, a clear blue sky. This picture was taken outside of, well, right directly in between Andrews Hall and the Rec Center, and it was taken at night. As you can see, the street lights are really lighting up the campus with the rock, really just brightening those lights out with the white lights over there, and it's just really pretty as well. For our last photo, it was taken by NewsCenter's Maya McIntosh at the Rec, and you can see it's a bright day outside, really warm, showcasing the spring weather as well. And the water is very clear, and as you can see, I mean, even Beaker up there is ready to go surfing in the water. So yeah, that's all we have for you today. Remember, if you want to submit your photos, submit them at msutvweather@gmail.com. We'll be back after this.
Orientation leaders play a vital role in SOAR, also known as the Student Orientation, Advising, and Registration Program. OLs greet new students and their families in addition to other duties such as getting their Eagle card and getting their schedule. OLs also participate in informational sessions, conduct campus tours, and answer general questions about life at MSU. The hourly rate is competitive. If you are interested in being an OL, contact Melissa Patrick at mpatrick@moreheadstate.edu.
Take a walk around downtown Morehead and follow the Morehead, Kentucky Turtle Walk that was put together by the Rowan County Arts Center and Rowan County Tourism. Located all around Main Street are turtles sponsored by businesses to showcase local art. They are found at places like the Fuzzy Duck, Gaddy's Pizza, and other locations around Morehead. Take a walk and capture your picture at all these iconic locations with all these iconic turtles, and see if you can spot all 21 turtles. To find more information, Google Morehead Turtle Walk or scan this QR code.
In light of the dangerous weather predicted for the next few days, Governor Andy Beshear has declared a state of emergency for Kentucky. Western Kentucky is expected to get the worst end of the bad weather. However, Moorhead is still expected to see some dangerous conditions as well. Severe thunderstorms are mostly expected with a chance of flooding and tornadoes. Eagles, make sure you know the nearest storm-safe area in your dorm and during your day on campus. Download the Live Safe app for updates on campus safety and keep an eye on your emails. Stay safe out there, Eagles. Well, that's all the news we have for you this week.
Good night and thanks for watching.